Good evening and welcome to the shop. So the other day, a very good family friends of ours blessed me with, I say us, a wood stove that I've been trying to find one, and they gave me this one, which is probably big enough to heat a whole house, much less a 20 by 40 shop. Probably gonna burn myself out here now, but there goes go. Oh, sorry. Right back here in the corner. Probably gonna have to move that plastic shelf or get some tin to put in front over there to keep the heat off of it. And hang on. Tripods. There we go. So I'm gonna set y'all up. Right over here. And now, take y'all with me. Y'all can see it. There we go. There we go. All right. Turn it off. Come on out here. I had already had the gate unlocked. I just have to standing up while I backed up. Set y'all back on the tripod here. Make it a little more stable. And now we're going to unload, offload, whichever term you want to use. press on. These are boards I just milled yesterday, I think. My days run together, so I can't really keep track very well anymore. Now, as my wife would say, in the words of Ross, hit it! Y'all watch Friends, but come on, let go of the board. There we go. Pick her up here. Pivot. There we go. I'm gonna have to relocate this whole saw and my whole rack. Came in handy for something other wrong. There we go. That'll do. Actually, that needs to be put back. Keep that stack on there. There we go. What did I do with it? There it is. Now just test it. Actually, yeah. I'll have to go to Lowe's and buy a hood and some flashing. Sew that up to protect that tarp from melting. Actually, that one paint that one shorter. Try this one. Shall we? Oh, that's just beautiful. Look at that. That is just right beautiful. Well, where are you? Bueller. Ferris Bueller. Still looking. Bueller. Right there you are. Found it. Oh, I think that might work. I don't know if any of y'all have installed these before, but if you have an opinion about what angle if I can run it at an angle like that, I'd very much appreciate it. If the draft won't flow correctly, I can just run it straight up. It ain't gonna be a problem. Only problem's gonna be actually, you know what? I think I might flip that around. Flip it around, put it right there. I can plug that in straight outside and just let it go open, and then just put a hood on top of it, or actually the 90-degree right there. And then no, I think it's better suited right there. Yeah. All right. What do y'all think? Questions, comments, concern, you know where to leave them. Likes. And gotta level that out quite a bit there. I'll just probably put a board underneath it and then put some boards on the back side. I could probably cut a big slab and just lay it on the back side and oh. I can just slab up that whole wall. I can slab up the whole shop. Now, why didn't I think of that before? Instead of doing spray insulation or foam insulation, well, I might still do insulation at some point in time, but get some self-tapping screws that can penetrate this crap. That stuff is pain in the neck to go through. I burned up a couple drill bits just making that one hole, or yeah, that one hole right there. Burned up 2 drill bits. But the bits were made for regular and tempered steel, or not tempered, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. It wasn't made for galvanized. But yeah, I think I might do that. And this wonderful piece of art was made and presented to us as a gift. Turn it around here. From Mancrafts, Derek Winston, I believe is, yes, that's how you pronounce it. There's his email address, media, and phone number. If anyone wants to contact him and see what else other kind of stuff he does. This was a custom order he did specifically for me. The colors, the wording here, the unit wording, the 2 stars, everything. Every detail, the background, all custom. Shape, everything. And a wonderful, wonderful person. And I hope the Lord blesses him big. And now I gotta figure out. See, this board I might have to plane and square that up. See, that board It's still good and thick, solid white oak. This has been sitting. The log I milled it from has been fell for over 2 years, I was told. So it's plenty dry enough. I just gotta make some more that way. And I got a oak log I got set up to mill either tomorrow or next week sometime to make the rest of the boards. Now the bed here is 7 foot, but I'm gonna have to shorten that for the hinge. Or I might just cut it out and then do a I don't know if any of y'all gentlemen or ladies craft trailers and do woodworking for a living. The angle I was thinking about cutting the end of the board for a ramp is either 30 or 45 degrees. I was thinking maybe, or I don't know, maybe even 70 degrees or something, I'm not sure. But if y'all have any opinions on it, please feel free to share. Always open to learn. Come off there. See, I'm gonna have to move that. That's aluminum. That can't sit there. That's a $700 pole saw. That cannot stay there. Neither can my other pole saw or the weed eaters. They're gonna have to get moved. Probably. I'm gonna have to do a revamp again. Killing me every now and then. Every few months, I'll rearrange the whole shop. Sometimes the house. There's plenty thick right there, but they're too narrow. And that one, I cut this one off of this one. I ripped it with a chainsaw. That's why it's all rough on this side. But look at that, it's already got an angle on it. And I want it thicker. Because that one is right at 1 5/8 inches, just under, a hair under it. Because that's the gap right here before you get to that round, that curve, a rounded over pipe there. It's 1 5/8. This one is about 1 1/2-ish. 1, maybe. Not long enough. And it's also got a gouge on it, so you can see. I mean, the gate closes okay. It doesn't interfere with them. That's why I cut them right directly at 7/8 foot even. This is my dad's older trailer. Just let me use. Okay, let's turn you all around here. I got to see this before my wife. She wants, I'm gonna have to cut this down, slim it down a little bit. I might leave it the same width. This is a solid piece of walnut that I just milled up. When was it? Monday or sometime this week. I can't remember what day. Fresh black walnut. And I'll split. I just cut this up with the table saw a while ago and planed it. Gotta sand it down a little bit and get the corners nice and smooth. Now she wanted a talking about 3x8, but I'm gonna cut them. That's roughly, what was it? I think that's 4. That's 4 3/4. So I'm gonna have to make them like 10 inches. And she wants me to use the router, and she's picking a certain font for this letter size to do names, to make like nameplates for desks, kids on the walls, you know, whatever. Just whatever you want to do them in. But so that's one of the crafts that I'm starting to dive into. Like I said, this is fresh black walnut. I mean, it's fresh. It was just cut down 2 weeks ago. It's that fresh. And this board right here is already dry enough where this will not warp. Because when I milled it a couple days ago, I stickered it up in front of beside an AC unit in the shop. That the exhaust fan almost constantly blows throughout the day because the room that it's keeping controlling the temperature is used for food prep. So the fan on the unit almost constantly runs throughout the day. So it like quick dried the wood. And it was a little bowed, but when I planed it, it got it nice and straight. I think it turned out rather nice. I hated to take the bark off of it because I like the way the walnut bark is. But, yep. Any thoughts on any crafts and ideas y'all got and you want to see me do, just drop them in the comment box. That's it for tonight. I got some chain sharpening I got to do, but not tonight. And then the project will be, once I figure out how to run that welder over at the shop, I'll be taking this tank with the fixtures and the regulator and everything on it, attaching to that tank minus the pump, because that pump don't push nothing. And then follow me over here, attaching this pump. It's a 1.5 horse, 4.25 CFM at 90 psi, and then that will all get mounted somewhere discreetly on this. I ain't figured out where yet. And also, if anybody has any ideas where I can mount it, I gotta check under the hood for clearance for the pump. But the tanks, I may or may not actually. Here, hey, let me open this up again. Let's get his car seats. The tanks, I was thinking about installing them right inside here, that gap right there, open space. There, you see better. Because there's hammer. That's I love that hammer. 3 pound. And yeah, just attaching it, either clamping and mounting to the bar on the cage, or bolting and mounting to the fender. Whichever. They're really in her acorns. That, or the only other option would be back here. Which, as you can see, is where I keep my mixing oil. And the jack, which it can go back on the hood. I just got to put the mount, excuse me, the hiccups. Put the brackets back up on the hood. And I know there's I might hit up some fabricator guys I know, try to figure out where to put it, see what they can come up with. But that's about it for tonight. Gotta sharpen this chain. As you can see, it's still in dirt. But it did cut through, let's see, one 3.5 foot log that was about 18 or 20 inches diameter, and it was a triple fork that was at its widest point. It was about 28-30 inches or so. At its widest point, it went from tip to tip, which that's a 36-inch bar. But as you can see, I don't get a 36-inch cut because I have to come into the inside of the nose piece here so I don't clamp the sprocket and burn up the sprocket and the chain and the bar. I'm going to eventually get a hard nose bar so I don't have to worry about that, and then I can slide that out and get my full cut width. That or upgrade to a 42-inch bar or something else that I can get a lot wider cut. But for right now, that does me just fine. Yep. And any other projects? Let's see. I gotta get rid of all those old saws. Besides the 1010, I want to fix that. I want to use that one to the COA can mill. All that stuff is just parts that can be sold to whoever collects them. And I need to put an air dryer on that so it don't rust out the belly of it. Matter of fact, drain valve. That's why I raised it up here. Oh, look at that. See that? That orange is rust inside there already. That'll do for now. There's still water in there, but that's enough. I don't want it to kick on right now. Be a little loud. That's enough right now. I need to get an air dryer in there and drain the tank and then refill it. But that's another task for another day and different money. Alright, time to lock up and head to the house. I'll see y'all next time. Have a good blessed night.